I eat this? Can I eat this on keto? Is that okay on keto? What about that? I just find this in the store. Can I have this on keto? If you have all of these questions, then this video is for you. Hello guys, welcome back to the Living Keto, and in this video we're going to help you to understand, can I eat this? It happens a lot that people submitting in photos of products or labels of products on Instagram or in keto groups, and they ask, can I eat this? And we thought that I think people don't understand how to calculate this.
Yeah, so in this video we're going to show you how to calculate your keto macros, and we're going to do it in a very simple and easily understandable way. And if you like this content of this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button that is here on the screen so you don't miss any of our new videos that are coming out. And also we have a keto website which is dedicated to help making your keto life as simple as possible and as livable as possible. So we need to change a bit the camera setup, but we will be right back and we begin with the video. First, we need to go through the basics. So many people on the keto diet doesn't understand that it's actually carbs that put you into ketosis, or it's actually the lack of them. So when you eat less than 30 grams or 20 grams preferably of carbs, then your body will be in a state called nutritional ketosis, and that is because your body was built in such a good way that once it runs out of carbs to burn, it is forced to switch gears and start burning fat, and it will always burn the carbs first that is in your body. So once the carbs are finished in your body, then you go to burning fat. So this is the main rule, and it doesn't matter your weight, doesn't matter your calorie intake, doesn't matter if you want to lose weight or not, as long as you eat around 20 grams of carbs per day, you will be in ketosis. I think that you can eat even up to 50 grams and still be in ketosis, but I have found that the closer you are to 20 grams, the better. And this is per day, not per meal. So now the second thing is, we have a whole video about the keto macros, so this is just a very oversimplified version. So protein, you basically cannot skip, no matter if you're trying to lose weight or maintain weight or whatever you're doing, because protein is the thing that builds your body and builds your muscles. And if you don't eat enough protein, then you're going to have muscle pain, bad digestion, you will not lose weight, you will have all kinds of symptoms. And watch this video so you see what they are and do your own research. Basically, as a general guideline, you take your body weight in pounds, and if you eat times 0.4 grams, that's like the low end of eating protein, and the high end would be like your body weight in pounds times about 0.8. But this is like any website that you look at will tell you a different number, and it's not like so super important. It's more like you have to come up to a certain level. Like, this is what you need to know. You have to come up to a certain level of protein that you have to eat for your body to maintain itself. And if you eat too little, you will have bad symptoms. And if you eat too much, then the protein will turn into carbs. And then you will have more than 30 grams or more than 50 grams of carbs in you. And then you will go out of ketosis.
And the good way to tell if you eat too much protein, if you start to gain weight.
Exactly. If you're gaining weight, then maybe you're eating too much protein. Mm-hmm. And then the fat, that is funnily enough the least important macro on the keto diet. Mm-hmm. And it's simply because if you didn't eat fat, then your body will burn its own fat. So if you are trying to lose weight actually on the keto diet, the only thing that you need to cut out or cut more on is only the fat, not the carbs, not the protein, it's just the fat. So having said this, you're going to need an app about how to count your keto macros, and I use MyFitnessPal, and I actually paid for an update, like an upgraded version of this app, which gives me this amazing graph I'm going to show you later, which basically shows the percentage of the macros, and it basically tracks my macros per the grams. So now I'm going to take some foods that is not so obviously keto foods. Many people have the question if they're okay on keto or not, and I'm going to log them one by one here, and it will be like a simulated keto day, and then we're going to look at the day as a whole. So when you are wondering about if you can eat a food on keto or not, as I said, look at the day overall, don't necessarily look at the food, because you will have foods that is like super high on carbs, but you only eat like 2 grams of them. and then in total it will maybe add like 2 grams of carbs, and it's completely fine while you're on keto. So for example, many people have a question, can I drink milk on keto? Can I put milk in my coffee? And the answer to that lies in the label here, and with this app you can basically scan the food. So basically you see this graph here, it's basically the upgraded version of this app is basically saying how much percent carbs, protein and fat there is in this food. And as I said, don't look at these percentages. What you have to look at is the grams and your whole day. So basically what this is showing is 1 deciliter of milk, and you see that 1 deciliter of milk would give you 4.9 grams of carbs. And when you look at the day as a total, you're completely fine, but then you have to make sure that you eat foods that contain less carbs later. So I would say 1 to 2 deciliters of milk in a coffee per day is completely fine, and you can get away with it on keto. So now let's say we have 2 deciliters, and then let's continue checking other foods. So now another food is vanilla sugar, and I'm going to add this in the video because it's a little bit of controversial. If you take 1 teaspoon of this, actually is maybe 2 grams, maybe not, and so many people ask if they can put this into their coffee. So as you guessed it right, this stuff is almost 100% carbs. Let's say we take 2 grams of it, which is, I think it's even, you even have less in a tablespoon than 2 grams.
Teaspoon, no?
In a teaspoon, that's what I was saying. So you see it's 2 grams, and I really don't recommend this for another reason. It's because it's going to spike your insulin, and when your insulin is spiked, then you will get hungry and cravings and you will be moody, and I really don't recommend this. But technically, if you had this in your coffee with the 2 milk, we go down here to this, which is basically showing the whole day, and you see so far in the day we have had 11 grams of carbs, and we are completely fine, like no problem, we are still keto. So now let's take another food. So let's say that we're going to eat pork rinds, and we're going to scan the pork rinds. And pork rinds is amazing because it basically has 0 carbs, and it's basically fat and protein. So let's say that we really indulged in this, and
100 grams. It's like
even more.
2/3 of the bag.
Yeah, it's true. Let's say we ate the whole bag. It's quite hard because it's super filling. So here there's basically no need to look because you're not adding carbs, but we're just going to record this. So then let's say that you want to eat a ketogenic sweet and you're making some ketogenic cookie. And this, we're going to put a link for this chocolate in the description. It's really good for keto sweets. But again, you look in the back. We scan this, and this is actually super much percent fat, super much carbs, also very little protein. And it's very smart, because I was going to say that you would eat very little bit in a keto sweet. You would eat maybe max 15 grams, and that's about 5 carbs. So I'm going to save this. And now we're going to go to whipped cream. This is probably...
And many people like this in the coffee and in sweets.
Exactly. So many of the keto cookies, especially the keto cookies that we make, is going to have whipped cream. And you see it's also super high in fat, also high in carbs, or I mean it has carbs and has protein. And I don't know if 1 deciliter is maybe too much, but...
No, you can take. Like for 1 deciliter, you would whip it up, put it in your coffee. I think that could be, yeah.
Exactly. And now we're going to take the last food of the day. It's a really weird day. It's a made-up day. This is hamburger sauce.
This is just for illustration.
Yeah, exactly. This is an illustration day. So basically, you had on this day pork rinds with coffee and hamburger sauce.
And chocolate.
Exactly. So again, it's showing that this hamburger, what is it called? Sauce has a lot of fat. Actually, I'm a bit surprised by this because this was not keto friendly, and it's also very smart here because it's showing 15 grams, and that's about how much you would put onto one hamburger.
But this is actually keto friendly. It's 1.5. I mean, you wouldn't put more than 15 grams.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a surprise.
So now we say that this is what we ate. It's the weirdest day of keto, and let's hope we're not sick at the end of the day from all this weird food. And now in MyFitnessPal, we look into like where the total of the day is, and you see we ate 22 grams of carbs. This is despite drinking milk. This is despite putting a teaspoon of sugar in our coffee, which I really don't recommend. I just want to point out that technically you can do it. And what we also ate is 108 grams of protein, and I am 180 pounds, which means that on a low end I should eat about 70 grams of protein, and on the high end about 140 grams of protein. And so you can see that I was like more than half of that. And as I said, the protein you have to eat even if you're losing weight or trying to lose weight, you still come up to the level that you need to eat. And then you can see that we ate 108 grams of fat. And now I'm going to look at how much calories we ate. So we ate 1,400 calories in this day. And remember what I said, that if you want to cut so that you would lose weight, you want to eat less, then you basically cut on the fat. Like we ate carbs so that we still stay in ketosis. We ate protein so that the body can sustain itself. And we still could eat more fat. So if you're hungry, you can still eat nuts, you can eat fat bombs, you can eat other food. But if I would end the day here, then this would be a nice about 1 kilo or 2 pounds a week loss if I eat like this every day. So I really hope that this video helped you guys. If it's still unclear, please comment below and let us know your question, and we would be happy to answer. You can check out our website also. We have lots of cool keto stuff there, and I hope you will enjoy your keto journey, and I will see you in our next video. Ciao, ciao.
I can eat this again.